Alright, let's see here. Alright, looks like we're operational. Hey neighbors, how's it going today? We're going to continue our adventure into our Ark Solo Challenge. Having a lot of fun with it. Really appreciate y'all being here. Let's make sure everything's working. Good, everything's good. Cat's trying to get all my attention. I think we are good. Alright, let's begin. Got pretty far yesterday, started building up on Herb Island, and I'm really enjoying it. I used to talk lots of trash about the location. I was like, what's the point? But now I start to understand it. It literally has only one downside, and that's far away from everything. That is it. The only downside. Okay, what was I doing yesterday? So I got the little Archelon little pen ready so I can get lots of sushi, which is perfect since we're on Herbivore Island. We can use the algae as kibble for everything, so off to a really great start. What was I getting set up here? I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do for the base, but I need to get a lot more wood and resources, so today's really going to be about building and getting our base ready. Or at least the layout for it. We also have Ark servers up. You can join that link in the bottom left, also in the description. To join our servers, we have the island up, we have Scorched Earth, Aberration now, and also Astraeos as well, with 5x rates. And boosted breeding as well. So, hope to see y'all there. Got really lucky with this beaver. A lot of resource gatherers here, but not a really good wood one, so we had to go in kind of the South Zone 2 area. Did a little stop over there. Got extremely lucky with this high-level beaver over there, and we had plenty of algae going that we were able to get tamed extremely fast. So, really lucky on our part. So let's get a little bit of wood. Castroid's really good at getting wood, just doesn't have a lot of weight. Alright, toss the other berries. Those are berries we can get all the time. I'll keep the Narcos. Toss, toss, toss. Okay, is that it? Alright, get a little bit more wood to top it off. And then we gotta go get our planogram set. Alright, that's more than enough wood. That's more than enough. I do have a couple quality of life mods as well. I do need to see if there's a way. Okay, no, I don't want to restore it to that. I feel like there's a way to continue the settings. I guess there's not. That's extremely weird. Okay, as I was. Oh, I forgot to stop here real quick. I forgot to type something in Discord real quick. Give me 1 second. My cat's like entranced. I wish y'all could see this. He's like staring at the dinos, just completely entranced. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta show this. Give me 1 second. You looking at the dinosaurs, buddy? That's a Brachiosaurus. My cat's like so enthralled with the dinosaurs. Oh, I gotta send this to my wife. He's like, what is that? Oh my goodness. Hey Joey, how are you doing today? Good to see you, mate. What time is it over there? Alright, let's head down. And then we can probably just jump off the cliff. It's not really going to damage us. And luckily about this location, you don't really need to build in stone. There's plenty of it to go around, but you don't have to build in it. There's no carnivores, and if you pay attention, you won't aggro a lot of the herbivores, so absolutely zero reason to build in it. Saving a lot of stone resources for actual things you need, like for building cementing paste or spark powder. Alright, so let's pull this over. It's 10:14 at night over there. Nice. Yeah, it is like 5:13 over here for us. Okay, do I have plenty? Let me make sure I have thatch and some fiber. I have plenty of fiber. I know I farmed a ridiculous amount. Give me that thatch. A lot of fiber. And we're gonna get our planetarium set up. Do we still have stuff cooking? Gonna be a little bit more of a relaxed stream today. Maybe we might get a couple good tames that we realize we'll have to get. Okay, on the algae. I think I just harvested the Archelons, so we should be fine. But the Archelons are the key role to Herbivore Island because you get the algae, and then it's basically kibble for herbivores. So it's perfect that they spawn around here. It was such a perfect addition to Island. I'm really liking the design of the Archelon. Alright, so let's go over. Alright, top off our food. That's right, we put it in there. And that should be enough triangles for the base, right? Or, okay, how many more will we need? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's make 10 for now. I'm probably gonna have to pick it up. I don't think I like the way it is. Let's try 10. And we haven't buffed up our crafting skill, so it's not gonna go so fast. I'm at base over Island as well. I'm currently taming a Bronto, and I have a Yankee. Nice, Joey. It's a really good pick. So for the longest time, Joey, I trash talked Herbivore Island. I didn't get it. I was like, why y'all want to build here? It's all the way, like, I used to claim they pull out the bat. I'm like, it's all the way away from everything. Like, you have to go so out of the way. Then something clicked, and the Archelon really helps me solidify my position and going to Herbivore Island. One, it's like one of the flattest locations. Even has a water pin that's generally flat to build in. Perfect. And you can build outwards as well. A really giant base. 2, there's metal up top. Not that many, but there's up top. You got Ankies here, which you can use to get the metal. You got metal over here you can go get. If you want some quick crystal, you can go in the lava cave and grab crystal before you encounter any of the enemies in there. So metal over there. Plenty of river rocks if you want to do the river rock method. There's berries everywhere. You can get a Bronto to mass collect the berries. You can go grab, like what I did, go grab a beaver. Not terribly far. Over in this location, go grab a beaver. Wood collector right there. The only major thing is stone collecting. The Anki can kind of collect stone, but not that well. But if you do get a Doedicurus or Anki, you have all the stone inside the water that you can collect. And guess what? Ankies and Doedicuruses are faster in water. Even faster stone collection. So it's just ding, 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 ding. Like all these things. No carnivores and no threats. The only threat is if the Barracuda jumps out of the water to get you. But that's why we're going to make the wall so we don't have to deal with that. And what else? You, like I said, water pin. You got access to all the sea materials, which on the island you have to access the sea to get black pearls on this map. So that's a major thing. We're not terribly far. In this corner over here, I noticed there's a lot of carnivores that spawn. So you're going to have a high chance to get Rex, Raptors, Ceratosauruses, Allosauruses. I've even seen Carnotauruses. So boom, you have your Carnos over in this area. Alright, what's also on these rivers? Baryonyxes, which you need for the caves. Alright, boom, got that. There's also, get this, Hesperonychus everywhere. If you can get a whole batch of them and tame them, you don't need to go get penguins. Boom, you already got your polymer farm. You have everything you need, give or take a couple things you have to get from like snow or redwoods, which those are just going to be vast trips, or go get an RG real quick at the mountains. Those are going to be like real quick trips, and the rest of the time, you don't have to go far for the rest of the stuff. Or maybe you need to go get B, but it's very minor stuff. Otherwise, you're safe. You have everything you need. The only downside I see from the start is the distance being annoying. But that can easily be handled by good RGs, good Pteranodons, or Tapagearas. Otherwise, it's perfect. And this is from someone who would trash talk this location constantly. Like, I'm a believer in it now, completely. And I kind of have an idea of this base that I want built. We're going to see if it works out. But without further ado, let's focus. And then let's get a Inky so we can remove the stone quicker. Sorry, I was kind of going on a little rant there. But that's okay. Alright, so let's clear all this out. Keep in mind, do be careful not to hit the herbivores. Brontos will probably kill you, or Trike, especially at this level. Alright, and then on my solo adventure, I am playing at 2.5 rates. I think it's a perfect balance. 5x is fun to like play on the servers with my friends, but 2.5 is like the perfect balance to like actually properly enjoy everything. That Bronto being there is like, I know I'm going to end up hitting him. He's only 25, but still, they have a lot of health. Alright. Oh! Called it! Called it! Crap! Hunt, no, neutral, attack, panicking, where's my arrows, where's my arrows, crap, alright, let's kill this thing. Oh gosh, please don't kill anything. I saw it coming too. Please don't kill anything. Let me kill you. Yes! Oh, that could have been bad. Alright, next time just keep the bow on me. I don't need to micro all this weight. Alright, let's get a trophy. That could have been brutal. I did join this here. I'm going to try to mow and play through the join the game. Sorry if you get what I mean. Yeah, no problem. You're more than allowed to just do whatever you like. I'm totally cool with that, man. I appreciate you just being in the server and hanging out. We're getting a lot of Ark enthusiasts, so I'm very excited. Okay, so let's move y'all over there, out of the way. Recently damaged, so we've got 2 minutes to repair it. For now, let's see if we have enough for this. Okay, that's gonna be the center. What was it? 2 more, it looks like? Triangle. I think I'll have it further inland. This is just a little too close. So I'm not sure how further in, but y'all kind of get the gist of it. We're going to be doing a hexagonal base. Alright, so I do feel overwhelmed because there's so much stuff you got to do to beat the island, and it kills my motivation sometimes. Yeah, this is like the 3rd time I've reset in like the past month, because I'm like trying to find like the best rates for me. So I totally understand your plight with that. It's just something you just got to push through, and then if you need to take a break, then take a break. It's also because, unlike a lot of the maps, Island has like 4 bosses and 3 different versions of 3 of those bosses, so it can get overwhelming. Just go at a decent pace. Don't try to rush, because if you rush, then you're gonna get overstimulated, and it's gonna be like, all right, too much, too much, too much, too much. Go at your own pace. And have fun, and try not to get too stressed out. Alright, so we didn't lose the beaver. While we're waiting for this to get repaired, we can make a bunch of flooring. Alright, foundations. How many thatch? We can make a lot of thatch ones. I'm going to just place them down as kind of for framing. That's about it. And then we'll replace them with wood later on. We'll replace them with wood once we actually get the full design done. Or maybe stone, we'll see. Because that Bronto didn't do a lot of damage. Maybe just wood. I'm not sure what this Anklo's trying to do. Okay, don't think we need... Yeah, we don't need that much wood. Should have buffed crafting skill a little bit just to get past this. That's going to take a minute. We should be able to go repair this by now. Yeah, I should have put at least a little bit into crafting skill because that's going to take a minute. I might just spawn in Mind Wipe Tonic. Okay, repair. That way we're able to pick up and move these because I think I'm going to go further down for the core. Repair. Oh yeah, this is taking ridiculously long. Just for this one situation, I think I might just get a Mind Wipe Tonic real quick. Just because I don't want the entire stream to be like, oh, we're waiting for this to craft. Okay, let's see here. Alright, just this one time, so we don't have to freaking listen to this. Crafting skill. I want to build it really fast. $40. 300. Couple points, and then a little bit into 42. That'll work. Yeah, because that's just gonna take too long. Yeah, there's some situations where like, okay, you can spawn that in. That's not a huge deal. It's not the end of the world. I'm not gonna sit here as it takes forever to do. Okay, so let's see. Thatch foundations. Got the foundations. Always recommend build and thatch to set the frame of what your base is going to be, and then build into it once you've done the design. Triangles, though, you have to start at wood or higher. But yeah, Joey, don't try to get... Don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Do things in like little spurts. And then once you have like an idea of like how you want to do the base, once that's like set, it makes the entire game so much easier. Okay, let's see here. Okay, stop. Because I'm starting to get really overweight. That crafting skill 300. I know a lot of people don't bother to level it, but I'm gonna keep it up for now until I have to change it. I don't really have any mods for crafting speed. I do think it's a little ridiculous that you have to wait so long for a lot of things to craft, especially when you need to like mass craft things. It can be incredibly frustrating. Okay, come on. Getting over here. Dump all this wood real quick. Dang, even then, we're still... And then we're just gonna make the core a little bit deeper. Of course. Okay, let's go back. Of course. After my base all set down, Anki and Bronto and full flak. What should I do next? Okay, you have your base set up. You have Anki and Bronto, full flak. What should you do next? What type of teams do you have, Joey? Run me through on what you have there. Just the Bronto and Anki? If there's Parasaurs around with like decent stats, I recommend taming them. I really like using them as pack mules. That's one thing I recommend. If you don't have a good wood collector, travel from here by building a raft. Go over in this location and tame a beaver. They're really, really good collectors until you can get a mammoth. So yeah, a wood collector is one thing you need. Be on the lookout for Doedicruses in this area as you go through. You'll need that as a stone collector because stone's going to be important. Not as important because you don't need a stone base in this area, but it will be important for mass crafting later for like cementing paste, spark powder, and stuff. Archelons are the giant turtles. If you go like not too far into the oceans, you should be able to find jellyfish. You harvest their biotoxin, get the Archelons. Archelons produce a algae that is kind of like herbivore kibble. It's like their version of raw prime meat. It helps you tame them faster. So I recommend like what I like do on the side here, like on my side screen here. I have like a list of like, all right, what do I need for my base? You kind of like list everything out, and then you kind of choose like, all right, what am I going to tackle today? It helps you deal with the. It helps you deal with like the overstimulation, the overwhelming feeling, because there's a lot to do. And gives you like, whenever you're like, all right, what do I do? Like, all right, what do I need done? Okay, we're going to go on this adventure today. It's a really good way to tackle that task. Like, all right, I need a stone collector. Cool. List that down. Or if you have like a note and paper on your desk. All right, I need a wood collector. All right, I need dinosaurs for this. I need cave dinos. I need sea dinos. Okay, what do I need to harvest this? And it's just like a long, extensive list. And you just tackle one thing after another, and then your power is slowly going to grow again and again, and you'll end up really liking it. And then, what type of rates are you working on? Do you already have like a good balance? Put y'all over here. Alright, we need to figure out what we're gonna do. Okay, 2 overweight. No, that's not what I have to do. Split, make sure we're fed. And then it's also like, all right, are you playing with mods? Like how, I just need like a good idea of like how you're playing the game. Are you playing with mods? What's the rates? Because everyone's game is completely different. There's some like really casuals, and then there's some like extremely like hardcore players. Yeah, I'm loving my rates. I'm having fun. It ain't hard, but it ain't easy. That's how I feel with mine. I like it as like a perfect balance. And then, all right, am I close to the center yet? Oh, that's a little inky. That's not bad. But yeah, like, are you like pretty knowledgeable in the game, or how's your knowledge of the game? Am I still not towards the center yet? Is this like this the center? Okay, I still need to go even deeper. Okay, that should be enough. I have a meat spoiler mod. I know it's cheesy, but mod where if you do you respond for stuff. Yeah, it's okay. That's your choice. It's your game. You decide how it's played. I personally keep the dropping in because it really increases the threat of like, ooh, I really can't die here. Like, I gotta be careful. But Ark, the right way to play Ark is the way you want to play it. Don't let anyone tell you like, nah, that's not it, that's it. People can give you suggestions like, oh, this is how I played it. This is what worked for me. But what would work for you or work for someone else might not work for another person. So it just depends on the player. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, I got Castroids. Alright, then we're gonna craft a little bit as we go. Thatch foundations. And we're gonna make a whole lot. Yeah, I've been playing series, but I die, get pissed, and then cheat. And then you use the cheat codes, and what? It makes it feel kind of empty, right? I used to do that too. I'm like, I'll get frustrated, get to a point, I'm like, alright, let me just spawn things in. Let me just cheat. And then it just feels hollow, and you're like, well, now I don't want to do this anymore. But yeah, it's about persevering and pushing. Dying's part of the process, and you're going to have some pissed off deaths. Like, I've had a couple deaths, and where it pissed me off. Like, falling in the lava cave the other day, that pissed me off so much. I was ready to rage quit. But it's like, okay. And I took a second. I let myself calm down. I'm like, alright, what did I do wrong as a player for the lava cave? 1, I went the wrong direction. 2, I tried to jump instead of relying on using my crossbow to do it safely because I wanted to rush. So it's like you wait for that initial tempo of like, oh god, oh, come on, I hate this game. And then you like take a step back, you're like, alright, let me analyze what can I do better. Then you come back, you tackle it, and then once you do accomplish that, it's like, okay, I can do this. Ew, my cat's got like boogies over here. Ew, ew, brother. Ew. Why are you getting boogies on my screen? Gross. But yeah, that's how I personally try to tackle it. Okay, so all that stuff's crafting right now. Alright, what do we got so far? 2, 3. Oh. It's getting in the way. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we're gonna see if I can go as far as 8 on each side. 2, 3. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think so. No way to be passed back. Could you replay the stuff I need to do next so I could put on the notes? Yes, so a wood collector would be really helpful for building your base. A stone collector, you can find one, but that's going to be a little bit farther down the line. A cave dino, like a baryonyx, is really good. If you get ducks, I recommend killing the mother and then taking the babies to eventually farm them. You can use organic polymer as polymer and fabricators. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then just looking for general meat dinos like Allosauruses, Raptors, Carnos, Rexes, and also like starting to build traps as well. So you can like try and identify like, all right, what do I need to produce? How can I produce those? What's the best way of doing that? Because there's plenty to do. That's one thing at Ark. A lot of people are like, oh, there's nothing to do. I'm like, there is so much to do. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is gonna be a massive base. Okay, so 8 long. We'll clear that out. And there's a lot of like other little things to do, like you'll learn as you go. Okay, so what else do I need to place? This one. Yeah, we're gonna build a giant hexagon. I usually only build in squares, and now I'm challenging myself to do different builds. I'm like, alright, we're not just doing boxes anymore. We're actually going to do some interesting builds. So I looked up a couple builds online, different designs, and then I'm like kind of be like, alright, what can I build that I would like? So I'm going to try a hexagon. Alright, there's a lot of stone in the way, so a couple trees. I think that's just berries. If I had a Bronto, I would just be able to clear this all. Alright, and then we have a lot of stone we gotta clear out. And then Ankies mostly collect metal and flint, but you still will get a little bit of stone, so that's okay. And you're not going to waste the metal, so it's good that you're harvesting that. And the flints you're going to use to be making spark powder to make guns. And then what, Joey, you already have a Bronto, so you already have a reliable way to get berries, so you're good on that end. So making narcotics and all that stuff's going to be fine. I do recommend, though, you look up traps and have a trap preset to go. Because traps make taming so much easier. Without traps, you're going to frustrate yourself. I'm gonna hit the parry, that's okay. Alright, is almost all the stone clear? I think there's one more right here. Got it. Yeah, dude, there's a lot to do. And a lot of people look at it as like, man, there's so much to do in this game. As like a negative thing, like, oh, I have to do so much. I see it as an opposite thing. I'm like, oh, there's so much I can do in this game. And I actually get excited about like the different things because every little task is like a little adventure of like, how am I going to accomplish this? What dino am I going to use? Or running into different dinos with like different mutations. I was like, oh, like let me theorycraft what sort of builds I could do with these dinosaurs. Like I eventually want to get a pack of Allosauruses, and with one of the buffs on the new Lost Colony skill tree, I have an idea to make it actually viable in the boss fight. So I'm very excited to use that. Alright, he's going. He's just going to take a second. I think I'm good to know. Let's try to tame that turtle thingy so I can get Herba Island quickly. Okay. Do you have your Dino Finder? This is one mod I recommend because I find it dumb. You have to like kind of just go around hoping you find what you're looking for. In your general area, it'll search for the dinosaurs you're looking for, what mutations, what level. That way you can mark it on your map and be like, alright, I'm going to go to this location, this is what I'm going to do. Because you need biotoxins, so... Alright, let's say you want to go tame Archelon. I know Cnidaria is the jellyfish. Alright, there's some over here. Alright, I could probably hit them with the crossbow and go harvest them real quick. And just watch out for Megalodons. But yeah, you can get that, and then you just passive feed the Archelon. Then you start getting algae, and then you'll tame herbivores like crazy. And the carnivores are easy. You just find a baby nearby, kill it, use the raw prime meat. So Archelon really solves that problem that herbivores have, where you're like, alright, you really had to rely on kibble. Now, not so much. Like, alright, just get a bunch of Archelons. I'm gonna get a whole farm going, too. And they're really easy. Especially if you get an Archelon that's in the circle here, you can literally jump on its back and just passively feed biotoxin to it. Really easy to tame. Might take a little bit of time, but super easy. One more rock. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay, let's finish the rest of these. Those are all 8 wide. But yeah, that's a really good step. But yeah, you're doing good. You identify like, hey, what do I need most? You're like, I need to tame herbivores faster because I'm an island herbivores. You knew exactly what she needed, and you're like, all right, let me accomplish that task. So you're doing really good. How's the performance on this game? I've had 0 issues. This is with an i9 and a 3060 Ti. And I've had, like, really no issues. Like, I have the occasional, like, crash if I'm, like, trying to... But that's only if I'm, like, trying to, like, click out of the game. That's about it. That's the only time I get a crash. Otherwise, my frames are at 80 frames per second. Pretty steady. Drops down to 70 sometimes. I haven't really messed with anything. It's on medium quality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I went on like high quality, I would probably have some more issues, but I don't need to be on high quality. It already looks good under medium. Yeah, because that's when I'll start struggling. Okay, that should be good. But yeah, and I tried to play Evolved the other day just to see, like, is there really a difference? There's a huge difference. Okay, so there was something there. Okay, we got that set up. That's gonna be the center. Okay, let me look at this. Where did I have... I had a little layout. I'm looking for it in my library over here. Alright, so that goes all the way, and then it's perfect triangles going into it. So then I need to identify how many triangles that's going to take. Turtle's called Archelon. Archelon. And it only eats biotoxin. That's going to be a lot of triangles. Okay, it's going to take me a ridiculous amount of resources. Alright, let's go. Follow me. We're going to have to carry a lot of stuff. Alright, let me go put away these berries. Ooh, hold on. That's not okay. We need to be burning this metal. We got a lot of metal to go through. Okay, let's see. Stone. Flint. I might as well make a bunch of spark powder for some XP, because we're going to need it later for gunpowder. Alright, and just let it do its thing. Okay, there was something else on my mind I wanted to do. Oh, the Archelons. I need to go harvest them real quick. And the Archelons, you put them in water, and then the algae grows quicker. The algae, and then you level up their food for even more. And they'll produce more and more. I don't think they're within range of the feeding trough, so I do need to solve that. Yeah, because their food is a little bit down, but should be okay. And then it spoils quickly, so you just come in, you just put it in there. Because, like, it takes... Yeah, and just a regular preserving bin, you'll lose it in, like, 2 to 3 hours just for one. And then it's 20 minutes when it's out of it. Alright, we have to go harvest a lot of wood. But first... let's take the resources here. Alright, what we need? Thatch. Let's take out the smithy. Before we go, we're going to craft what we have so far. And then what we need a ridiculous amount of triangles. I'm really glad I just spawned in the Mind Wipe tonic real quick just to buff that crafting skill. Otherwise, this would take forever. Let's see. Cat's in the way. Using Dino Finder, can't find it. Okay. So, click the Archelon. I can't find it, right? Make sure you select all on the mutations. Right now, there's none nearby. But if there is one for mutation, that's probably what it is. You don't have, like, all mutations selected. So, give that a try. Alright, what are we going to run out of first? I think we're going to run out of fiber. Oh, we have fiber nearby. We can pull that. Okay, not be riding it to pull it. Let's just pull like 4,000. That's fine. I don't think we're going to be using that much fiber. Build the rest of it, and wood and thatch is going to be the issue. Okay, let's head back. Don't think we're going to be using any more regular thatch ones for now. So let's go deposit that. Alright, Simon, buddy, you're in the way of the chat. I can't read it. He's busy grooming himself in front of y'all. Don't pay attention to chatters. Pay attention to me, Papa. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26. Alright, so it's going to be a lot. Alright, so that's the edge. Alright, so we gotta go further. Buddy, wait. I can't read. Buddy. A even. Option under Finder. Do I get to render something of it? Do I gotta render? It also has to be within distance. So you're on single player. It's not going to show you the whole map. It's only if they're going to be close by. So there's probably not one close by to you yet. That's probably what it is. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. Right, I'm just gonna keep making more. I'm not gonna calculate how much it is. We'll just keep making it until we can't. Yeah, I don't got time for that math. Alright, let's get to it. There we go. So that's everything nearby me. I don't have any Archelons though near me. That's the Barracuda I was talking about. That thing will come on land. It does not care. Ooh, watch out, don't hit the trike. Alright. And we're gonna take a big load. Phrasing. Move that over. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be a little too much. So let's put down the other one. Just to carry a little bit more. Okay, take the berries. The other berries we don't need right now. We can easily get them later. Make sure we don't hit the trike. And watch out for the trike. We don't want to repeat the Bronto event. Okay, what else can we deposit? Get rid of that. Get rid of, take that. Alright, and I think we're kind of reaching the end of our limits here. Alright, and then the fiber, I'm going to go put on the Perry. And maybe a little bit of wood. Oh, jeez, I can't even move. Okay, that's gonna have to go on the other one though. Okay, deposit all that. Alright, decent amount of weight, and now thatch is the issue. Ooh, we can actually do one better. The Parasaur can actually get more thatch than me. Take the berries. A little bit of wood. Okay, then we get a lot more thatch. Alright, be careful what we're hitting. In case there's like a little baby in there and then we accidentally aggro one of the herbivores. Alright, starting to run out of trees. We're already deforesting the entire island. Parasaur's not a bad thatch collector by all means. And then if you somehow deforest, if you go ahead and deforest the entire island, herbivore island, you can always just simply travel on over. There's plenty of forest over there. You'll just have to risk engaging Carnos. Let's get going. That's a weak Parasaur. Okay, tamed one. It's level 10, but it'll do. It will do. Just make sure to keep it in the water to produce it the fastest. What happened to the beaver? Oh, okay. I know what happened. I had group 1 selected, which was for the parasaurs, but the Castroids was not in the group, so it did not follow. So let's go pick that back up. Yeah, with your little numpad, like over here, like I'm clicking 1, it'll help you identify which group you're actually speaking to. I recommend you learn how to utilize groups, as it can be really helpful in like combat or just organizing your base. Alright, I do want to get a lot more Archelons because I want to make algae like crazy. But I'm going to need a lot more toxin. Let me see, can I make that saddle? Because Archelons also harvest biotoxin. I'm not sure if they're immune to the stuns. It would make sense that they would be immune to the stuns, I hope. Because that would make the most sense. But Arc doesn't always make sense, so... Let's see, Archelon. Not impossible. Let me see, hide, fiber, wood, hide. Okay, so we're just a little low on it. Bring that back. Metal. Meat. Meatle. And then I'll have that cooked in no time. Okay, hold on. Okay, hide's gonna be the main thing, but we've got plenty of stuff we can harvest here. And then we can use that to harvest biotoxin and then get even more Archelons. Oh, let's get this out of the way. How much spoiled meat we got over here? 9, okay. How long? 4 minutes. Split all. That'll give us some spoiled meat. How many narcotics are we working with? 206, it's not bad, but I want to create more. We could probably just make a toilet. So, we'll just leave that be. Okay, let's see here. Pull all the thatch from everything. Okay, are we done cooking over here? Good enough for me. And then that will make some gunpowder. And then we should have more than enough for a long time. Okay, let's see. Thatch. I need fiber. Plenty of fiber, plenty of thatch. And we need triangles. Oh yeah, plenty of it. Oh, nice. And where are we gonna run out first? Probably wood. Oh, we can't even move, can we? Oh, Lord have mercy. And then it's important. I know lots of times you'll be like, you may think when you're big the base, like, man, I'm not getting any tames, I'm not really harvesting a lot of resources. It's important that you have fully laid out, like, all right, I'm gonna build this here, I'm gonna build this here, so you don't have to redo it later. And then it gives you an idea of like, all right, I want a taming pen over here, water pen over here, crafting hall over here, polymer farm over here. Identifying where stuff is, so you can also list later, like, hey, I wanted this, hey, I wanted that. That way everything is like kind of organized and helps you conquer stuff later. Alright, save. Also, make sure to backup save just in case you have any issues down the line. Okay, let's get moving. Alright, where are we going to run out of? Fiber first? Or wood? Because it's going to be a lot of triangles. And then we'll eventually have like all stone to make it look nice later on. But right now, we just need just the format of it. That's all we need. Nothing else. Okay, what are we going to run out of? Okay, that's also where my arrows are. What level are we? 72. Yeah, once you get to like this level, then these levels, then it starts getting a little bit harder to level up. And we also need to go on a hide run eventually. Alright, one thing I want to do is make the frame. At least get the outer edge. Oh, I forgot to put a square there. I'm glad we identified that now. Oh, and there's also this I forgot to clear out. Glad we identified that. Oh, whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Alright, get the entire border done at least. To kind of identify like all 6 sections of the base. Okay. What's there? Is it probably some stone there or something? Yeah, I was hitting something somewhere. There it is. But yeah, good job on taming that Archelon, man. Really big step. Oh, that's right. The new season of Daredevil is streaming tonight. I just got a notification for that. That's going to be exciting to watch. Really enjoy that show. Okay, there we go. The border is labeled. It's going to be 6 sections. And 6 hallways. And it looks like 8 was perfect for making this. Ooh, I don't like... Y'all see what's bothering me right now? I don't like... That's gonna bother me a little bit. We gotta fix that. I don't like that they're not even. They need to be flush. Okay, so that's gonna be cornerstone, so we're gonna have it going that way perfectly. Flush, 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 flush. This one's not flush. You see how much better that looks? So much better. And we're not going to fully finish this. We're going to build into like one section as our like crafting section. Oh, one thing I will do first. Grab that. I do remember we were missing a section over here. There we go, that part's filled. And that's gonna be this is gonna be the kind of the center room. Alright. Don't need these anymore for now. Okay, what was I running low on? Okay, billboards. And I need 6 of them. And we're going to place billboards identifying what each room is going to be. Because each triangle is going to be a room. And I'm thinking we'll have these as hallways to separate it. Because I really need to learn how to start building with triangles. Alright, so this is going to be the center of all the hallways going down into it. Okay, let me think. Sorry, bro, but I gotta go, but love the live stream. Mate, have a good one. Alright, thanks, mate. I really appreciate you stopping by. You don't mind hitting the like buttons, all that sort of stuff, but you have a good night. Really good seeing you, man. Okay, so... Alright, so I come in, that's going to be the front door. What's the first thing I'm going to want? Alright, so I'm coming in. I'm bringing resources through the main gate right here. Move out of the way. And what? I'm immediately going to want to drop my stuff off, right? So I think the right-hand side is probably going to be vaults, 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 vaults. So... crafting. Crafting hall. Okay. So crafting hall is of course going to be right there. All the main things. And I think the right hand side is going to be more crafting and resource related. And maybe the left's going to be more dino related. So... then crafting hall. It's not as big as I thought. So this will be kitchen. You need a really big kitchen. Right next to the kitchen, of course, is going to be greenhouse. Alright, and that's the first 3. And then the other half of the base is for breeding. So I think... let's see, it's going to be pretty sectioned off. Do I want these as hallways or am I going to mix them together? I think I'm going to mix them together. It'll probably be one long hallway down the center and the rest of it completely split off. Crafting hall, kitchen, greenhouse. Okay, I see it. I see the vision. Come in. I'm thinking. I don't want the greenhouse that far away. So, or do I want the half down this way? Because as you're coming in, you gotta think about presentation as you're going in and out of the space. I come in, hey, I want to deposit all my stuff, or I need to grab stuff real quick, head out. Oh, but the team's right there. Yeah, greenhouse in the back. Okay, flyer. Or will we have flyers up top? For now, flyers. Writable. Dinos. Just to grab like real quick. see here. I guess it doesn't really matter. Those are going to be inside. I think this will be small farm dinos. Or do I want those right next to the greenhouse? Nope. Breeding. Okay, breeding. Yeah, I want the small ones next to the greenhouse. Small dino farm. And then another section for major breeding. Breeding. Okay. Alright, so there we go. We've identified how we're going to do this. Let's at least start with the crafting hall. So let's start really getting into that. For now, let's get these triangles set up. I do really like to have a big kitchen. I think all this is going to be together. Let's check our resources. And we're going to need lots of walls. So for now, just thatch walls. They'll eventually get replaced, but right now we just need stuff placed to get the frame out, as I discussed. Okay, we've leveled up. Our weight's pretty decent. I don't want to put too much into it. Crafting skill, because I really just need to build stuff. Fortitude, I need to go up. Alright, this is going to take a minute. Do I have time to shower? I think I do. Nothing else should be happening. I think I'm going to take a quick shower, so I'll be right back. Alright, my apologies. I just had to rinse off, like, TMI, but I was just... Hey, what happened? How'd I die? What did I die to? What happened? Oh, I froze to death. Okay, I didn't, like, lose everything, did I? Okay, yep, see? That's what I get. Well, can't let that go to waste. Alright, how cold is it? Okay, it's really cold. We gotta go... Yeah, we're just gonna die again. Okay, a little bit warm over here. Should probably make some hide armor. It's gonna help a little bit. Alright, 132, 148. Alright, way better resistance there. Okay, I do need to top off my meat. So let's start cooking. Split half, there you go. Okay, just in case. Oh, I don't want to waste too much spark powder. Alright, what were we doing? Place of the walls? I got distracted. Alright, this is gonna be the main gate. How do I want it to look? Oh, man, I love designing these. Do I want like an elevator in the center? I'm kind of thinking elevator in the center. And what do I want to do? Like gates along the entire way? Have it be one big hall? How do I want to do this? Alright, well, bare minimum, we have to do this. Yeah, okay. Definitely don't want to do the triangle, so I do want it in half. But in what way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, am I going to do an elevator in the middle, or am I just going to immediately open it up? I do want something on top, so I think elevator in the middle. Like a little platform. Okay, so I'm gonna place those there to kind of mimic there being gates there. Because I do want to actually start messing with elevators, get a little vertical. So the elevator will go there. And I'm thinking... First level at least 2 high? That should be high enough. The main dinos or 3 high? 3 high. That should cover most of the dinos we need. No, let me change this here. No, that should be fine. Alright, so that's gonna go in there. Place this here. It's gonna be the hall. And that's for now, but I think I'll do greenhouse so you can like see into it. That would be kind of cool looking. But for now, thatch. Elevator will be in there. Kitchen. One, two, three. 2, 3. So that's the crafting side. That's going to be the breeding side. Alright, come on. I'm very excited for this base, by the way. No, we're not really doing anything of interest. We will in a little bit once I get the baseline stuff set up. But y'all kind of see what I'm doing here, don't you? Alright, alright. It's coming together. Let's take care of the rest of the border. Okay, will I have enough? I probably won't. Maybe. I might be able to do it. Jeez, I can't even see. Okay. Really loving the easy third-person camera. Alright, let's get the border down. Alright, and this is going to mimic the same way. bring that up. Move this stuff out of the way. Far away from y'all. Alright, hold on, let me fix this up. Alright, input. Alright, it's still Yeti. Okay. Alright, should be good to go. Alright, 2. Alright, elevator's gonna go there. I don't need to put breeding twice, so I'll put elevator here. And then I'll probably be like setting up the flyers upstairs. Alright, really digging this. Alright, you come in, main door, elevator's there, dinos, crafting. Right now it's walls, but this is going to be all like gates to the other rooms, most likely. Oh, what is with this thing? Oh, I unplugged my headphones. Okay, we're back. Alright, plenty of thatch. Don't think we need to place anything else down, so we can actually start moving everything from the boat towards downward. Alright, so let's toss that. Alright, come on, woodchuck. Alright, let me just dump everything onto you. Alright, how am I going to do this? Alright, so vaults are going to be right here. So I'm going to place the storages to mimic that. The corner's gonna be the hardest part. Alright, there we go. Alright, any sorts of resources. Jeez, I can pull from that far away. Okay, let's do it. I didn't realize how big the range was for that. Okay. Black pearls. Alright, so let's just start pulling. If it can list it, that means it's nearby. Oh, this is so much better than having to constantly go to and from. Alright, that way all the resources are pulled over here, and I just had to go pick up everything else. Oh, forgot about all the thatch. I'm really glad we got the cyberstructures mod. It really helps out with everything. Because all of that back and forth is just going to be extremely tedious. 1, 2, 3. Metal sickle. Alright. What about Trank arrow? Alright, and that should be just about it. Let's turn the audio a bit up. Okay, which one has the saddle? This one? Alright, mostly just berries, so let's go ahead and grab all the consumable items. Actually, let's go ahead and get the feeding trough going. I do want to get one set up. We'll have multiple ones, but I do want to quickly get one for our Archies. The food's fine, so I'll just have to pay attention to them. And Parasaurs is one of the most underrated creatures in the game. It's really great at the start, really good weight. It's okay in defense, and then the sonar is really great, and also scaring away certain dinos as well. Alright, so that's going to be... So breeding's gonna be over here. In the center, probably towards the kitchen. Kitchen would be right here. But most dinos are gonna be on this side. I'm not sure if it's gonna hit all of them. So let's get it where the breeding is. Okay, berries. Alright, all the berries. Alright, what else? Magic berry. There's actually a huge amount, a huge quantity of berries. Alright, that's that. Alright, let's go get the preserving bin now. No, hold on one second. Okay, so I could turn this way, way up then. Let's go to 80. Alright, decent amount of berries, so it's gonna take a couple runs. Might as well save the ones we have. Alright, is he overweight? He is. Alright, let's get these berries over. Was this the one that had the mutation? No, this one had cave berry. reduces the weight of aberration items in its inventory. I have a mutable weight one that I do want to breed once I do get some max level parries. I do think they're really good for weight stacking. They don't weight reduce anything, but really good at weight stacking. Planting berries, go back. And then once you finally get everything situated in your base, you know where everything's going to be. You can really start developing, really going out and getting the resources and teams that you need once that plan is in place. Verde and Tinto, Verde and Tinto, Verde and Tinto. Verde and Tinto. I'm gonna get that. Go ahead and grab the bed. You're really good at carrying all of this weight. For now, we're going to place everything here until we eventually have the kitchen set up. We're not having spark powder. Okay, that could have been a problem. So Tinto is something I really want to keep in Narcos. Tinto's for health potions, Narcos for, well, obviously, narcotics. The rest are kind of just throwaway. Keep the vegetable seeds. There's no reason to do narco farms. There's simply not, unless you just really don't want to farm it. Maybe there's a reason to do narco farms. Okay, let me just keep it just in case I change my mind. And the stemberry one as well. Alright, let's go back. Jeez, what is this cold front though? 21 degrees, suffering from hypothermia. You think I would be protected from the cold, but apparently that is not the case. I need. I'll just build it again. It's all good. Alright, we're gonna take this because I do think there's pigs on this island, so we can utilize that. Otherwise, that's empty. We are about to freeze to death, of course. Hold on a second. Hold on, my dad's in the hospital. I gotta go.